Hi everyone, in this video we're going to run through some basic conversions. So first we're going to show you how to go from big units to small units and from small units to big units. Then we're going to take a unit that's composed of more than one kind of information, so for example kilometers per hour. And then we're going to show you how to convert cubic units.
And to make it a little more fun, we're going to take you to a little party. So the first concept that we're going to want to get into is how when we're going from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, you will actually end up with a bigger number. When you're going from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, you're going to get a smaller number. So let's say you have 100 students that want to go to a party. They're all able to fit into one party bus. But then if the party bus breaks down, they actually have to take 20 cars to get to the party. In this case, the party bus is our big unit and the cars are our small unit. And just another example of this, imagine they got into the cars, but then the cars broke down as well, and they have to walk the rest of the way to the party. And let's say that there's 1.5 kilometers left to walk, and to know how many meters this is, you have to multiply it by something to get a bigger number. And in this case, to go from kilometers to meters, you have to multiply by 1,000. Which obviously is going to be 10 to the power of 3, if you want to use scientific notation. And then this is going to give you 1,500 meters. Okay. So this is one example. Then let's say the students got to the party, they started drinking, and they were having fun, but then someone had a little too much to drink, they had 9 shots in a row, and that equals to 90 milliliters of vodka. So in this case, if we want to know how many liters that is, we're going from a small unit to a big unit. So we're going to get a smaller number. And in this case, we are going to divide by 1,000, which is the same as if we were multiplying it by 10 to the power of minus 3. And this means that we will get 0.09 liters. Okay. So this person starts drinking even more and they end up passing out, and their friend, really worried, reaches for their phone and they call an ambulance. And the ambulance comes as soon as they can. They're going really fast through the streets at 80 kilometers per hour. Now, if we want to know how many meters per second this is, now we're dealing with 2 different things. So we have to take 2 things into consideration. So we have 80 kilometers per hour. And to go from kilometers to meters, as we just saw there, we have to multiply by 1,000. But then we're also wanting to go from hours to seconds. And as we know, hours are separated into 60-minute increments, which are separated into 60-second increments. And if you do that 60 times 60, you get 3,600. And if you do this calculation, you're going to get 22.222, I'll just leave it at 3 decimal cases, meters per second. So this is how you do this if you have something over another thing. After that rough night, our friend went back to their house and they were still quite hungover, so they had a lot of water. And they had 3 liters of water, which is equal to 3 decimeters cubed. And if we want to convert this into centimeters cubed, we have to do something slightly different because we're dealing with a cube here. So if we were going from decimeter to centimeter, we would just need to multiply it by 10. But here we are dealing with 3 dimensions, height, width, and depth. So you have to multiply it by 10 3 times, which means you're actually multiplying it by 1,000, like this. And this means that they actually had this much of water to drink. And yeah, that's it. That's how conversions work.
Just a reminder, guys, that we have prepared a cheat sheet with all the information we need for conversions and for other topics that you can always reach out for and go back to if you need help solving some of the exercises.